My name is Fiona Phillips. I emailed you towards the end of last year about 5G. I also took part in the council meeting last October and spoke on the BBC programme about 5G. I wanted to speak to you today about the decision that you have to make on Wednesday regarding the erection of a 5G mast in Carden Avenue. I ask you to consider the kind of future that you want to build for yourself, for children, and for our grandchildren. The future that 5G will engender is one in which everything will be microchipped, everything in our homes, in our streets. Farm animals will be controlled by 5G. There'll be driverless cars, but directed by this 5G beamed form radiation. As you know, 5G also requires small radiation emitting masts every few hundred metres within our living environments. There's up to 400,000 new masts planned for our rural areas alone. ICNIRP, the international organisation that is supposed to be protecting us from radiation, this radiation, it has produced safety guidelines, but those safety guidelines do not include the known biological health effects of telecoms radiation. It also does not include the impact on children, who, because of their smaller brain size and body size, they absorb up to 60% more radiation than adults. Those safety guidelines do not include the effect on pregnant women, and it doesn't include the effect of those suffering with electrohypersensitivity. The number of masts that are going to be erected means that we will be subject to this radiation 24/7. The ICNIRP guidelines also do not include coverage of 24/7 radiation. They are only tested for 6 minutes of exposure to radiation and only for the heating effects, not for the known biological health effects. Glastonbury Town Council has just spent 6 months investigating 5G, speaking to industry people as well as very senior scientists on both sides of the argument. They've just produced a report on 5G, which I will include in this email. They have unanimously resolved to ask MPs to establish an inquiry into 5G, to maintain their precautionary approach to rolling out 5G in Glastonbury, because they feel that its safety cannot be vouched for. They are calling for an independent scientific study by the government to be carried out on the non-thermal effects of 5G, which are not included in the international safety guidelines. They are going to also lobby the ICNIRP to take into account the non-thermal effects of radiation. We have points in time where we can really make a difference, and I believe that on Wednesday you really have a chance to make a difference, and I ask you to vote against that 5G mast, because there are voices all over the world from people who are realising that this is not something that they want, that the threats to the health and the environment are too great. The bee population, as we know, is drastically reducing, and there's a lot of evidence to suggest that wireless radiation is a major cause of the destruction of their population. Very senior scientists from all over the world are really concerned about this, not only for plants, animals, people, but insects too. So please take a stand, because if you do, that will have an impact, and many other local authorities will gain encouragement by your action. Please represent the people of this city and vote against the 5G mast. Thank you.